Unrefined cocoa nibs from Guatemala to awaken the passion.
Well, if you didn't have a sweet tooth before you turned us on, you do now. Welcome to 6 in the Mix on this World Chocolate Day. July 7th is the day that the indulgent treat was believed to have been introduced in Europe for the first time back in the year 1550.
I love chocolate. Fun fact,
Woo!
I eat chocolate in the middle of the night every single night. At like 2 a.m. I wake up and I eat a piece of chocolate. I know, don't judge me.
Wait, okay, well,
I know.
We'll talk more about that in a
I'm
bit.
weird. I know, it's weird. I've been doing it for years and no cavities. Anyway, we'll have more chocolate trivia for you throughout the show today. Thanks for joining us. I'm Kelly Blanco, in for Joanna Gomez, who is on assignment.
And I'm Jen Herrera. We do start things off today with the first trailer from a new film filled with famous faces.
So, two soldiers and a nurse found ourselves in
Amsterdam.
Christian Bale, Margot Robbie, and John David Washington share the screen in Amsterdam. The film's first trailer, you see it here, generating a whole lot of buzz. The plot centers around three friends who find themselves accused of murder. Robert De Niro, Chris Rock, Taylor Swift, Rami Malek, and Mike Myers also have roles in this one as well. Okay, here's a question for you. Is Elon Musk the new Nick Cannon? Listen to this next story and then you can decide for yourself. It was just revealed that late last year, Musk had twins with one of his executives. Those babies were born in November. It's worth pointing out that they arrived just 1 month before he welcomed a second baby via surrogate with singer Grimes.
Just a whole little space colony. Why not? Musk already has 5 children with his ex-wife, and this makes a total of 9 little Musks. And if anyone is keeping count, Nick Cannon has had 7 children and is reported to have 2 more on the way.
I mean, good thing they have a lot of money because
Yep.
kids are expensive. Nicki Minaj's husband, Kenneth Petty, meantime, he's in some more hot water. The rapper's husband was sentenced to 1 year of house arrest after 3 years of probation for failing to register as a sex offender. Petty, you may remember this, he was previously convicted of rape back in 1994 and served more than 4 years in jail. He will be serving this year of house arrest in the couple's Calabasas mansion.
An alumni of the hit Netflix show Cheer was sentenced to 12 years in prison. 22-year-old Jerry Harris pleaded guilty to 2 charges of sex crimes involving minors. The judge also added 8 years supervised release after Harris finishes serving his 12 years. In court, Harris did apologize to the victims. And Florida SuperCon is back this weekend at the Miami Beach Convention Center.
The 3-day festival brings animation, comics, and a whole lot of surprises. Here's Joe with the details.
SuperCon kind of brings together a lot of different genres that you would have, similar to what you would do if you're traveling out to, out west to a different Comic-Con, but here it's local. So it'll be more local, like we'll have Freddie Prinze Jr. and Rachel Lee Cook there for a She's All That reunion. So they'll be there, you can meet them and do stuff. So and then there's, anime panels that we've been going on with some voice actors and different things around that side. You can go over and play a little gaming. So it's really an entire family experience to bring everybody together. And there's always different facets there's different things you can buy on the show floor. There's different guests you'll be able to see. There's other things within the panel rooms that you'll bring you together. So, it's more of a probably like a Miami regional kind of event that we bring everybody together, but it's very, very focused on that area.
Okay, so you just answered the question of whether this is for kids. You just said this is for family, for everyone. Is this for someone that is just starting to learn a little bit about comic books, get into it, kind of put their toes in the water, as they say? Is this a place to learn a little bit more?
Yeah, it's really, depending on what you want to learn. Like there's comic creators that would be there, like Jim Lee will be there, a really big name within the industry, and you can really talk to him. And some people will bring portfolios sometimes to Artist Alley. So Artist Alley is a big area where they'll have a bunch of creators that will be there showing their work, and you can get certain things drawn within that area. That's kind of where, if you want to get into it, it's a good way to kind of see if it's something you really like and if you have, skills, and they'll give you feedback right there at the show.
Oh, that's amazing. I know every year you also have something new. Do you have anything new that people are going to be able to experience this year?
Yeah, so we're really focused a lot on our after dark programming, which is, a lot of people, they come during the day, but they really want to stay afterwards. And Miami's known for its parties and they like to have a good time. So we're really focused on that. On once the show floor closes, we have some bands playing upstairs. We have a karaoke night upstairs. There's anime screenings going on. So there's kind of a mix of every single thing for that. And that party goes until around midnight at the convention center, but people just having a great time.
And with that said, I'm going to say that is so Miami for you guys to do. How early in advance should we get our tickets?
Well, we still have tickets available at floridasupercon.com. And we don't normally sell out. But if you buy them ahead of time, it's going to be a cheaper price than it will on site. So I'd get them before you show up. And that way, when you don't have to worry about the lines when you get there, you can go right in and get right into the queuing area, or just walk right in and we scan you and you're ready to go.
All right, Mike, thank you so much for your time. We wish you the best.
All right. Thank you.
It's Toon Talk Thursday. Coming up, why Usher has become the latest social media meme.
He sure has. And did you know in Mayan times, money literally grew on trees? Cocoa beans were used as currency, so to keep the value of the beans in check, cultivation of cacao trees was restricted. Just some sweet trivia for you on this World Chocolate Day.
Interesting.
Augustus Gloop, the great bakery evening complete. Augustus.
I've been feeling freaky deaky. You're on your way to see me. Got the mirror.
Noah Schnapp really needed you to know what Doja Cat sent him. Will from Stranger Things, he posted a TikTok showing Doja Cat sliding into his DMs, asking him to tell Joseph Quinn, the actor who plays Eddie, to hit her up. His screenshot was a duet to a video that showed another screenshot where the Say So singer thirsted over Quinn.
And my belly is full, gorilla riding the bull, banana clips in the pool.
One of my favorite people to talk to, Papa Keith from 103.5 The Beat, joins us now for today's Toon Talk. Let's talk about the game. So is he retired or not? What is the deal?
Your guess is as good as mine. He's had talks of retirement, but obviously he has a lot left in the tank if he's going to be dropping an album this month. It's called Drillmatic, Mind versus Heart. And, I'm excited about it, man. Game has always produced some pretty good albums. I know he came out the gate with 50 Cent. They had their beef, but, now he's on his own and he's working with a really, really good producer, Hitmaker, who I interviewed at the station last week. So we're looking forward to it. He has a song with Kanye West called Easy, and he has a single out right now called Violence. Please go to my Instagram at Papa_Keith.
Perfect. We'll be able to watch that interview there.
To the table, sit me down in the middle of the crowd. Okay, let's order rounds.
City Girls also have a new single out representing 305 once again.
I love it. It's called Good Love. It features legendary Usher, and the fact that they're in a roller rink, it just gives us those back in the day vibes, and the type of music that's playing is so Miami. So I'm excited about it. Anything representing Miami, I'm going to be a big fan for. And it's going to lead them right into the tour. They're going on tour with the one and only Jack Harlow, and that tour is coming to Miami. So I'm excited about that as well.
You just brought up Usher, so I've been laughing all week at the meme.
The internet wins every time.
The internet wins every time, but so does Rihanna. But billions.
Amazing year for her, obviously, having her first child, and then now $1.4 billion. So not only has she become a billionaire this year, but now she is like the youngest self-made billionaire, period.
Congratulations to her with everything that she's done with her makeup line, Fenty, with her fashion line. I mean, she is just doing amazing things, and now she's a mommy. Good for her. You know what? Good for the South Florida community that you're around, because once again, you have an event going on August 6th. Tell us all about it.
Yeah, so I have this amazing partnership with the Children's Trust, and we're going to be at Betty T. Ferguson Recreational Complex, right across from the Hard Rock Stadium. It's going down August 6th. It's a back-to-school family expo where they're going to have over 70 vendors offering different opportunities for kids and families. And of course, I'll be there to entertain them, give away free food. I love what the Children's Trust does, and I'm happy to partner with them. It's the largest free resource fair that we have in South Florida, so we encourage everyone to come out.
Thanks, Papa Keith. And speaking of music, it only took them 30 years to make one, but it's official. The Backstreet Boys have a Christmas album coming out. A Very Backstreet Christmas will drop October 14th. The 15-track album will include some classics as well as 3 original Backstreet songs. Oh yeah, Coming up, Girl Scouts do more than sell cookies. How one local scout is making a difference in the lives of local children.
And have you ever wondered how chocolate affects your brain? Well, it turns out just the smell of chocolate triggers relaxation. Chocolate also contains tryptophan, which the brain uses to produce serotonin, a hormone that causes euphoria. So yes, Kelly, chocolate really does make us happier.
So I'll keep eating it at 2 a.m.
That's why you sleep so well, right?
Chocolate, 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 chocolate.
We're not used to meeting celebrities.
I'm not a celebrity.
Yes, you are. You're like the most famous cheated on woman on the planet.
I love her. Maya Rudolph is back in a brand new show that combines a little bit of everything, but of course brings the laugh.
The new series is now streaming on Apple TV. Joanna sat down with one of the cast members to chat about loot.
A lot of people think that, oh, if I could only win the lottery, if only I had all the money that I ever needed, you know, that would fix everything. Then I would be happy. And, you know, really kind of the underlying, you know, message of the show is like, you're only happy if you become a happy person inside. Nothing outside can give you happiness unless you find it inside. And I like that it has that underlying message, you know, underneath all the funny bits and all the comedy.
You play Marisol. How was that like for you?
My first day on the set was a scene where I'm standing in front of Maya Rudolph. At first, it was a lot to take in, but, you know, this is everybody's job, you know? And so everybody on the set was just so encouraging and so relaxed and had provided such a great atmosphere.
I'm so happy to hear that. Anna, we talk a lot about representation, seeing Latinas like you, Cuban-American Latinas. Is it getting a little like exhausting? I mean, I ask a lot of questions all the time about representation, how representation matters, but does it really matter? Are they listening? Is anyone listening out there in Hollywood?
When I first started, I was going out for gang members and prostitutes, and I realized that, you know, they're not looking at the resume, they're just looking at the name. But after a while, it became really exhausting, you know? And it's just like my mom, I would come home and I'd say, hey, Mom, I booked a job. Really, what'd you get? I'm like, oh, it's a prostitute on a soap opera. And she's all like, I see these parts on television, lawyers, doctors, and I see you as them. And I'd have to explain to her that Hollywood didn't. And it's like
I think the show is getting it right. You have MJ, who's playing an executive director of an organization.
It shows how much progress we've made. And again, not just in front of the camera, but behind the camera. On the set, it was so diverse. It was everything from every star from every constellation was represented.
The one thing that I did not relate to on this show, and the one thing that I think a lot of people maybe might not relate to on the show, is the money.
It had a club, a bowling alley, a hair salon, like multiple pools. I lost track of how many pools there was in this place.
You have been through a lot and you've seen a lot on sets. Was this something that you've never seen before?
Nothing ever in my life have I seen anything like this.
Some surprises at Paris Fashion Week. Kim Kardashian, Dua Lipa, Nicole Kidman, all walking the catwalk at Balenciaga's fashion show. Kim, by the way, she was decked out right here, head to toe, in all black. And then there's Nicole Kidman in this bit of a tinfoil number. right? A long silver metallic dress with long black gloves.
Taste for everyone, right? If you're hanging out with the kiddos at home right now, get together and sit down for a second to watch this. A local Girl Scout is bringing smiles to sick children, one storybook at a time. A total inspiration to us all, no matter the age. Joanna Gomez has the story.
Storytime Smiles originated from my work as a volunteer at the Nicholas Children's Hospital. It just makes me feel so proud and also grateful for the community that I have and like all the support that I've received along this journey.
What would you say is something that Girl Scouts has taught you and has helped you to get to this point of your life?
Well, ever since I was 5, I've been a Girl Scout. So I feel like they've instilled in me a sense of community involvement and like giving back. And that's just been with me all through my life, and it's just been one of my core values. So I felt that as I got older, I just had to give back in a way. The whole entire purpose of it was to promote childhood literacy, which has always been a big part of my life because I love reading and I'm a very studious person. So when I dove deeper and researched all about childhood literacy, I realized that there was a need here.
I'm assuming your parents have to be so proud of you, your teachers and everyone that has helped you along this process to see how much you've blossomed with this project. What is next for Storytime Smiles?
So now that I got into the University of Miami, and I'm also part of their HPM program, which is the Health Professions Mentoring Program, I feel like I'm going to be in contact with the Jackson Health system a little bit more. So I want to talk to the Holtz Children's Hospital and see if they would like to use my videos, because right now they're at the Nicholas Children's Hospital. So I would like to expand Storytime Smiles to several hospitals in South Florida or even out of state if possible.
That's amazing. Sophia, do you think that Girl Scouts had a big part of all the success that you have reached so far at this young age?
Yes, absolutely, 100%.
And would you recommend for any young lady that's watching right now or any parent that's watching for them to actually enroll their daughter in Girl Scouts to help them?
Yes, do it right now.
Why?
Because I feel that as I got older, there weren't as many Girl Scouts anymore. And I feel like it's always, Boy Scouts, and there's not enough girls out there. And it's not that we're doing all the things that Boy Scouts are doing, like the camping and all of that. That's part of it, but there's also this other part about the community involvement and giving back. And my favorite quote of Girl Scouts is, leave a place cleaner than you found it, whether that's figuratively or literally. It's always been a part of my life.
Well, I have to say, I think you're definitely living up to that motto. Sophia, congratulations on all your success. We're very proud of you.
Thank you so much.
Oh, great job. Target is getting ready for back to school with a major sale. The retail giant is offering discounts up to 20% for college kids and 15% off for teachers. The one-time purchase discount, by the way, is available through September 3rd. Teachers can also check out the store's Circle Rewards program from July 17th to September 10th.
It's up there. It wouldn't be a Thursday on 6 in the Mix without some maximum flavor, right? Coming up, Chef Adrian shows us how to make the most out of your chicken.
And here's something to wash it down with. A little treat for after, right? Moet Hennessy Louis Vuitton has just announced a new tequila. Vulcan Extra Ages is a new high-end tequila that was made to compete with brands like Don Julio 1942. It's aged for 36 months. The tequila comes as a reposado, an añejo, or an extra añejo.
Okay, Hennessy, I see you.
Wow, look at this. All right, fried, grilled, baked, blackened. There's so many options when it comes to making chicken. Yet sometimes eating chicken, sometimes some people, like my kids, they call it boring.
Yeah, you're not wrong. And if you're stuck in a chicken rut, no worries. Chef Adrian is here to show you how to make chicken fun again.
Hey guys, chicken is one of my very favorite proteins. It's so versatile, it can be easy to prepare, and it's quite inexpensive. I'm going to show you how to do it maximum flavor style. Let's get to work.
This skin in this chicken is everything. Now we're going to do the first thing that's going to give us that skin. We're going to bring 2 cups of water to a boil, and we're going to add 1 cup of kosher salt to it. And then we're going to add 1 cup of sugar, granulated sugar, so equal parts. We are going to stir to dissolve, and it's very important that we stir this around and make sure it's fully dissolved. That's our first step in making this brine. Garlic cloves go in, about 8 garlic cloves, about 6 to 7 bay leaves. Now we're going to add fresh thyme, fresh sage. We're going to cut an orange in half, and we're going to add that right to the mix. We're going to cool it down with a bunch of ice. Now we have here a free-range organic chicken that we've patted dry. It's going to get in a nice stainless steel bowl. Now we throw our brine right over the top, and we're going to let that sit for 2 hours. We're going to remove the chicken, pat it dry, and you have this. Beautiful. In the meantime, I've been roasting off some sweet local peppers. 450 degrees for about 10 minutes, you get these beauties. Now back to the chicken. Dijon mustard goes right over the top on the skin. That's step number 1 in the seasoning process. Sea salt. I like to use sea salt here for crunch, not just flavor. Next, freshly ground black pepper. You see the different sizes? Yes, that's for more flavor and more texture. Next, we're going to add paprika. I like paprika for color. We eat with our eyes first, people. Now, we are going to add the most important part of the flavoring process, fresh thyme leaves. We're going to be very generous with this. Now, we want to sprinkle them delicately over the top, making sure they're nice and spaced apart, like so. And then this is going to go in the oven, 450 degrees for 25 to 30 minutes. Here you have it. I put them on a bed of a baby arugula, these roasted peppers. Oh, this chicken is incredible.
Post Malone is having the ultimate hot boy summer. The 9-time Grammy nominee dropped his 4th album last month, announced he's a new dad, and in the latest edition of Hot Livings, he's getting candid about his love for wine. The singer says he got hooked thanks to Mark Wahlberg, which inspired him to launch his wine label, Maison No. 9.
Game of Thrones is promoting the release of their new show, House of Dragon, with wine. The show teamed up with California wine producer Vintage Wine Estates to release 3 different bottles of red wine. House of Dragon is set to premiere on August 21st, and you know it goes really, really, really nicely with wine. Chocolate. We want to go ahead and thank Godiva for sending us all of these delicious treats on this World Chocolate Day. We hope you guys enjoyed the little trivia that we gave you throughout the show. Anything with caramel.
Oh, I like dark chocolate.
Yes. Okay, you can have all of the dark chocolate.
All the dark chocolate.
But I'm taking anything with like caramel.
These will come in handy at 2 a.m. when I eat chocolate.
2 a.m. chocolate eater. Who knew? I still need to know more about this.
And chocolate. Hallelujah.
Bye, guys.
I'm gonna pick those up and eat them.
So you don't waste those?
No, I'm not. Bye. Okay.